Very good afternoon, my dear friends. Before I start my lecture, I just have to know whether my voice is clearly audible to you or not. You have to confirm this. Is it audible? Is there any issues in the voice? Audible, is it? Yeah, super. Thank you for confirming the audio. Before I start my lecture, I wish you a very, very happy Engineers Day. Well, to all those engineers who are sitting here, who really didn't know why I am taking engineering when you have taken the engineering subjects or the course. When you are doing engineering, you really did not know whether you are doing engineering or not. After doing engineering, you did not get an engineering job till now. But even then, you are an engineer. You have to believe in you that certainly in near future, you are about to become an engineer 100% by acquiring all the skills, whatever a software engineer requires. Certainly you would acquire all the skills and certainly you would become an engineer. Especially the next 30-40 years, the next 3-4 decades, who should be more responsible in India, especially in this nation, if you will ask me? Engineers. Because in every place, in every domain, we have engineering today. If the nation is becoming wiser, if the nation is becoming strong in military, if the nation is becoming strong in every aspect, engineering will play a very major role. So engineers are the one who have to be most responsible in the next 3-4 decades, because we are the one who will build this nation very strongly. So you are the future engineers. The way you think, the way you act, the work you do, and the way you live, everything matters a lot to the country. Probably directly you might not be contributing to the nation in different aspects, but whatever the work you do, indirectly it will have its own contribution. So be very, very, very responsible in leading your lives, because the way you think also matters to the nation, the way you behave also matters to the nation, the work you do also matters to the nation. All said and done, before I start, once again, happy Engineers Day, and we will continue ahead with the lecture. In the last class, I think special symbols permitted in the variables is what I have taught you. In today's lecture, you have to start learning what and all special symbols are permitted in the integer literal or in some of the literals is what you need to understand. What is that, sir? Special symbols permitted in literals. That is what you will understand now. Take the heading as special symbols permitted in the literals. Special symbols permitted in the literals. Carefully watch this. Say supposing I have one integer literal like this. Before that, I have a class called demo. Inside the class demo, I have the main method, public static void main, which would accept string of args inside the main method. Say supposing I have one literal 10. Literal I'm speaking, literal 10. In that 10 is any special symbol permitted? In integer literal 10, is any special symbol permitted? Yes. Not only in integer literal, in the real number literal also, one special symbol is permitted, which is underscore. I repeat, in the integer literal and in the real number literal, one special symbol called as underscore is permitted. Now, where they are permitted, how many they are permitted, that is the question. Carefully watch it. Again, I am only telling only one is permitted. Don't think others. Underscore is the only one permitted. Star not permitted. Hash not permitted. Exclamatory not permitted. Caret symbol not permitted. Only one special symbol, which is underscore, permitted. Where is it permitted? How many symbols are permitted? That is what you have to learn here. So say supposing I have declared one variable like this. Int a equals to 10. And for some reason, if I will tell system.out.println a, what will be the answer? You guys know it better. And if I will tell int b equals to 1 underscore 0, and if I will tell system.out.println b, what will be the output? You think. You think. Think and keep it with you. What might be the output? But I would continue. Say supposing I have one more variable like this. Int c equals to 1 underscore 0. And I would tell system.out.println c. What might be the output? You think. Probably int d equals to 1 underscore 0. And I would tell system.out.println d. What might be the output? Again, think. Say supposing I would tell int e equals to underscore 10. What will be the output? Just think. Similarly, int f equals to 10 underscore. What will be the output here if I will print f? Analyze, think. Probably for some reason I would tell float g equals to 3.147. Later we will take it up float. First we will handle all the integers. Probably here I would tell int g equals to 0x underscore 10. What will be the output? See, till now all decimal numbers only I had. Now I have an integer literal prefixed with 0x. What it will be treated as, you know. After the prefix I am having underscore. Is it permitted? Think. Probably int h equals to underscore 0x10. What will be the output, you think? Probably int I equals to now we'll take it up float. I would tell float I. Possibly float equals to 3.147 f underscore. F is suffix, correct? 0x is prefix, f is suffix. Now after suffix, I am placing underscore. Is it permitted or not? Or probably here I would tell system.out.println h, system.out.println I. Moving ahead, float j equals to 3.147 underscore f. And I would tell system.out.println j. Moving ahead, float k equals to 3 underscore 0.147 f. Not even after suffix, not even before suffix. Before decimal point, I am placing underscore. Is it permitted? Just think. But I would continue the program. System.out.println k. Moving ahead, float L equals to 3 dot underscore 147F. System dot out dot println L, I would tell. One step ahead, we'll go off and we'll solve this also. Float M equals to 3 underscore 4 dot 17F. Is this permitted? Let us see. System dot out dot println M. Finally, float N equals to 34.17 underscore 6F. Here I would tell system dot out dot println N. That happens to be the opening of the main method. Possibly, this happens to be the closing of the main method and closing of the class. Few combinations of the code I have written. If you can carefully see, all these are integer literals, all these are real number literals. In integer literal and in real number literal, I have placed one special symbol and I have only agreed to the point that only one special symbol, which is underscore, permitted. The very next question what you have asked is, sir, where it is permitted and how many it is permitted? Based on that, I have written few combinations of literals, real number literals and the integer literals. This is valid or not? This is valid or not? This is valid or not? That is what I've been asking you from the time I started writing the program. Is it valid or not? Some answers have flown into your mind. Whether that answer is correct or not, that is what we have to check. Carefully watch it. Just a minute, I would share the screen. Yeah. I hope everyone is seeing the screen now. Probably here I would tell int a equals to 10. And I would tell system dot out dot println a. Certainly, no student will have a problem with this. If I will compile, no issues. If I will execute, 10 would be the output. Next. If, say, supposing I would tell int a equals to 1 underscore 0, and I would tell system dot out dot println a, I would compile. Compilation, no issues. Execution. Oh, 10 only is the output. So one special symbol underscore is permitted in between the literal. Okay. If I will tell underscore underscore 0, oh, no issues. Okay. Execute it. 10 is the output. Good. Two underscores are permitted. 3 let me have. No issues. Execute. Oh, 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 underscores I will have. I will compile. No issues. I would execute. 10 would be the output. So, one special symbol called underscore is permitted in between integer literal. How many permitted? Any number permitted. But let us see whether it is permitted before the literal. Underscore 10, I would compile. Oh, see, exactly that underscore only it is showing. There only error like that. So not permitted. Okay. At least after literal, I would compile. There also not permitted. Okay. I have a prefix. After prefix, I would paste. I would compile. Oh, not permitted. Okay. At least before prefix, I would compile. Oh, that is also not permitted. Fine. So one special symbol is permitted in between the literal. How many ever it is permitted? Before prefix, after prefix, it is not permitted. Let us check in the suffix. I would tell float A equals to 3.147 F. Of course, if I will compile, no issues. If I will execute, no issues, because no underscore I have kept. After suffix, if I will keep, and if I will compile, oh, after suffix, it is not permitted. Okay. Before suffix, I would compile, not permitted. Okay. Before decimal point, I would compile, not permitted. Okay. After decimal point, I would compile, not permitted. Fine. So before decimal point, after decimal point, before suffix, after suffix, nowhere it is permitted. But say supposing I have 34.147 and in between 3, 4 I have. I would compile. Oh, no issues. Okay. I would execute 34.147. It works. Fine. If I have it in between this numbers 34.1 underscore 47, oh, no issues. I would execute. It works. A 2 if I have, no issues. It works. Okay. Here 2 if I have, certainly no issues. It would work. Means one special symbol called underscore is permitted in between the integer literal. Look at it. One special symbol underscore is permitted in between the integer literal. Here it is permitted. This is valid. This is valid. This is valid. This is valid. How many ever you want, that much it is permitted. But before the literal not permitted, after the literal not permitted. After the prefix not permitted, before the prefix not permitted. After the suffix not permitted, before the suffix not permitted. Before the decimal point not permitted, after the decimal point not permitted. In between the literal permitted, in between the literal permitted. How many ever permitted here also? I hope I am completely clear about the special symbol permitted in the literals. See, all these are literal. These are integer literals. All these are real number literals. In this two, which special symbol permitted? Underscore permitted. Again, in the first round, technical aptitude, all these type of questions only they would ask. Below that. Continue. One special symbol called underscore is permitted in between the integer literal and in between the real number literal and in between the real number literal. And in between the real number literal. Good talk. Example, copy this as it is. Be quick. Any other doubts if you have, you can ask me here. Immediately call to this number if possible. Lakshman. No, Sayed, that is what I told. Only one special symbol is permitted. Any other special symbol not permitted. Only one. Karthik, you will not get. Only once you would, in the Slack, once we will put off. You have to save it. Every day, we will not change the link. Every day, it is the same link. Shivani, that today we will see. I told you yesterday only, no? Not only YF comes at the float, YL comes at the long. For long also L is coming, right? YL comes at the long. I did not tell you that. Today we will see both. YL comes at the last, YF comes at the last. Yes, because ninth was what's this? Dheeraj. Ninth was Ganesh Chaturthi. 10th was Saturday. 11th was Sunday. I think 12th I have taken the class. No, ninth I've taken the class. Ninth I've taken. After 8th, ninth I've taken, then 13th I've taken. Okay, Mohammed asked to. Once done, please do tell me so that I can continue. It's changed. Oh. We will continue now. Oh, very, very, very important concept. Please do take the heading as typecasting. 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 A very important one. If at all you are attending 10 interviews of Java, minimum 8 interviews they will ask this question or anything related to this, they would ask. 80% probability of asking the questions on this concept. So very, very important. One research also you have to do on this. Normally, my class will be like that only. I would teach whatever is required for you to do the research. I will tell you what research you have to do. I will guide you how you have to do. You have to do the research and you have to come up with a solution for the problem that I tell. Normally, that is how it would be. Some assignments you will not have research work, but some assignment you will have research to be done and actually to be presenting the assignment. So based on that, this concept is very, very important. If you will ask me, sir, what is typecasting? What is it all about? Say supposing, just an assumption. I have one variable declared like this. Byte A equals to 10. I hope you know what do you mean by that. Means you're declaring one variable called as byte. For that variable A is the name, 10 would be stored in that variable, correct? What would happen in the computer's memory now? This is what would happen. Watch it. In the computer's memory, 1 byte would be taken. For that 1 byte, name would be given as A. And not only that, 10 would be stored in that 1 byte. How it will be stored at all is very, very old story to you. Am I not correct? In the base 2 format, converted to binary, it will be stored. Very old story to you. But 10 would be stored in that 1 byte. Oh, correct, sir. Next what? For some reason, I will declare one more variable like this. Int b or short b, I would tell. Short b. What would happen when I declare a variable by using short? In the computer's memory, 2 bytes would be taken, possibly like this. 2 bytes would be taken. For all 2 bytes put together, name would be given as B, correct? Now what I will do is I will take whatever is there in A. Look how I am reading it. Take whatever is there in A and give it to B. That is how you have to read. Wherever you have the equal to operator, that is how you have to read. Whatever is there in A, take it and give it to B. What is there in A? 10 you have. Take it and give it to B. Correct, sir? Take it and give it to B. Don't think it is so simple. Then take it and give it to B. It is not so simple. Why, sir? What is the problem? Just imagine how this 10 would be stored in 1 byte. In 8 bits, 10 would be stored. Now you have to prepare that 10 such that it will go and sit in 16 bits in 2 bytes. Same 10 only. Now it should arrange itself such that it should go and sit in 16 bytes. Same 10. It is sitting in 8 bytes. It should arrange itself and go and sit in 16 bytes. I'm sorry, 16 bits or 2 bytes. Or in other words, to be very precise, data which is of type byte. Look, data which is of type byte should get converted to short. Again, I repeat, data which is of type byte should get converted to short and store in this. That is what would happen when you will try to give whatever is there in A to B. Means data which is of type byte will get converted to short and would go and sit here. Not only here, say supposing, just an assumption, you have one more variable like this, int c equals to 30, just an assumption. What would happen now? Int means 4 bytes. My assumption is that this is that 4 bytes. 4 bytes. For all 4 bytes put together, name would be given as C. Very old story. In this C, data would be stored like this. 30. Oh, correct, sir. That is what would happen. 4 bytes. Int means 4 bytes. 30 you are storing here. Next what? Say supposing, just an assumption. I have one more variable, double D. When you declare a variable by using double, what would happen? 8 bytes would be taken from the computer's memory. Like this, 8 bytes would be taken. For all 8 bytes put together, name would be given as D. And for some reason again, if I will tell off like this, whatever is there in C, take it and give it to D if I will tell off. Whatever is there in C, take it and give it to D if I will tell. Then just imagine 30, which is sitting in 4 bytes, should get converted itself such that it will go and sit in 8 bytes, because double is 8 bytes. 8 bytes and should come and sit here. Same 30 only, same 30. 30, which is of type int, got converted to double. And of course, it becomes 30.0 because Mantissa part, everything would be 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Mantissa. IEEE double precision format, you remember? Mantissa is 0. After decimal point, nothing you will have. So 30.0. Same 30 only, but because I am telling double, I am adding that 0. Otherwise, 30 only, which was sitting in 4 bytes, now come and sat in 8 bytes. Or 30, which was of integer type, data which was of integer type, got converted to double type. Either here or here, you see, data is getting converted from one type to another type. Data is getting converted from one type to another type. And this process of converting the data from one type to another type, this process of converting the data from one type to another type is only called as type casting. Casting means converting. That is what is the meaning of casting. Converting. Type converting. Data which is of type one type is getting converted to another type. Data which is of one type getting converted to another type. That process of converting the data from one type to another type is only called as type casting or type converting. On the other hand, say supposing I have one more variable. This is quite interesting now. I have one variable called as short. Short E equals to 40, I would tell. Short E equals to 40. Short means how many bytes it would occupy? 2 bytes. Means as soon as you tell short E, from the computer's memory, 2 bytes would be taken. For all 2 bytes put together, name would be given as E. 40 would be stored like this. 40 would be stored. Probably I would tell byte F. What would happen? 1 byte would be taken from the computer's memory. For that 1 byte, name would be given as F. Look at it now. 1 byte would be taken. For that 1 byte, name would be given as F. Now what I will do, purposely, wantedly, I would tell whatever is there in E, take it and give it to F. Whatever is there in E, take it and give it to F. What would happen? Oh, what would happen, sir? E, in E you have 40. 40 will be taken, converted to byte, would be stored in F. No, it will not happen. It will not happen. Your compiler will tell get lost, I cannot do it. It is an error. Like that, your compiler would tell. Why error, sir? Here from byte to short you have converted. Here from int to double you have converted. No error, your compiler told. Here from short to byte you are converting. Byte to short you have converted. Short to byte you are converting. Why it will not convert? Like how data which is of type byte gets converted to short and stores here. Like that you told, no. Here also data which is of type short get converted to byte and let it store here. Why compiler is giving error? Why it is not converting? Why it is not typecasting? Why? Because here you see, I am taking the data of a smaller data type. I am giving it to the larger data type. I am taking the data of a smaller data type. I am giving it to larger data type. So no problem. On the other hand, I am taking the data of a larger data type and giving it to smaller data type. That is the problem. Reverse I am doing. For example, just an assumption. Say supposing you are a student, my student you are. And whatever I tell you will do, because you are my student, whatever I tell it is for your good only. By assuming like that, I would tell, my dear student, you have 1 liter water bottle filled with water, full water is there. You have 2 liters empty water bottle. Empty water bottle you have, 2 liters empty water bottle. Take that 1 liter full water in the water bottle, pour it in this 2 liters. Like that I would tell. You would not even question me. Take the water, pour it in 2 liters. You will do it off. Say supposing you have 4 liters water bottle filled with water, full water is there. 8 liters empty water bottle you have. I will tell, pour off all the water from this water bottle to this water bottle. What will you do? By closing your eyes, you will pour off. But say supposing I would tell, you have 2 liters water bottle filled with water. You have 1 liter empty water bottle. And I would precisely tell, take this water bottle, pour all the water. I'm stressing on that. Pour all the water into this 1 liter water bottle. What will you do? You will simply closing your eyes, take the water and put off into the bottle. No, you will tell, sir, are you sure? Don't you think so? You will ask that, sir, are you sure? 2 liters full water I have, sir. 1 liter empty water bottle, sir. If I will pour off, we may lose the water. Not fully, but there is all the possible chance that we may lose the water, sir. Is it okay to you? Like that, will you don't ask? The same question your compiler will ask. This 40 now is sitting in 2 bytes. 2 bytes means how many bits? 16 bits. 40 is sitting in 16 bits. Now what are you trying to do? Taking that 16 bits of data and keeping it in 8 bits or 1 byte. In 1 byte you are keeping. Is it okay? You may lose the data. Like that it is telling. You may, again, it is not that you will. You may lose the data, it will tell. Of course, as soon as it tells, if you are an arrogant fellow, to the compiler you can tell, compiler, that is my problem. That is my problem. That is my data. 40 is my data. What is your problem? What I am telling you, convert it. You have to shut and convert. Like that you can tell. How to tell, sir? Like that, so arrogantly, like this. Look. Take the data in E. Convert it to byte and store it in F. Simply like this, if you tell, like how you ask, sir, are you really sure 2 or 2 liters of water should I pour it in 1 liter? Like that it will ask. What if I will first only tell her? That's okay. Take 2 liters water. If the water goes also, it is not your business. Whatever I do, whatever I tell, you have to do. Like that, if I will tell off. Until pour it to the 1 liter water bottle. What will you do? If it is your water, sir, if you want to use what is there for me, like that, you will pour off. Don't you think so? Compiler also will do the same. Take E, convert it to byte and store it in F. Explicitly I have to tell. Here explicitly I need not tell. Of course, here also from one type to another type conversion is happening. Now here also this 40 which is of type short would get converted to byte and would be stored here 40. But here I need not tell explicitly. Here I have to tell explicitly. That's okay. Convert it to byte and store. Why? Why? Because a data of larger data type, I'm trying to convert to a shorter data type or a smaller data type. One last example, probably, say supposing, just an assumption. I have one variable like this, double D equals to 3.147, like that I have. What would happen as soon as you store like that? Because it is double, 8 bytes like this. 8 bytes would be taken from the computer's memory. For all 8 bytes put together, name would be given as D. And in that, 3.147 would be stored. In what format, how it would be stored, how it would be converted, very old story to you. But 3.147 would be stored. If I will tell int E, what would happen? Int means 4 bytes. From numerous bytes, whatever is available in the computer, 4 bytes would be taken like this. 4 bytes would be taken. This is that 4 bytes. For all 4 bytes put together, name would be given as E. And if I will for some reason tell off like this, whatever is there in D, give it to E. Again compiler will tell, no, I cannot give. If I will give, you may lose the data, like that your compiler will warn you. He will give you an error. But you know, you can tell to the compiler, that's okay, that is my data. If I lose it, I will lose. What is your problem? Like that you can tell. Explicitly you can tell like this. Whatever is there in D, take it. It is none of your business. Convert it to int and give it to E. Like that you can tell. If you will tell whatever is there in D will be taken, converted to integer and would be given, 3 would be stored. What 3 would be stored? What about that 147? That is what your compiler told. No, you will lose the data. You have lost. You have lost. Because you are converting from real number to integer. Only integer part you will get, real number, the decimal part will go off. That is what is losing the data. That is what your compiler warned. Here we didn't lose, no sir. Here didn't we lose? Why didn't we lose? Because 40 can go and sit in 1 byte. Am I not correct? What is the range of 40? Minus 128 to plus 127. 40 will come in that range only. So somehow your data is safeguarded. But say supposing here you had 32,000. That 32,000 if you would have stored here, that data would have not come. Some data would have come off there. Because 30,000 it cannot fit in the 1 byte. Some other data would have come and sat. That is what your compiler would have warned. But you explicitly, arrogantly told her, that's okay, convert E which is of type short to byte and give. Like that you told, he gave up. Here you did not lose. Here you have lost it. Your compiler warned. You told that's okay. That's okay, you lost it. Like that if you see, here also you have converted the data from one type to another type. Here also you have converted the data from one type to another type. Here you converted the data of smaller type to the larger type. Here you have converted the data of larger type to smaller type. Here, whenever you are trying to convert the data from smaller type to larger type, automatically the conversion would happen. Implicitly the conversion would happen. Whenever you are trying to convert the data of larger type to smaller type, larger type to smaller type, Implicitly, automatically conversion would not happen because there is all the possible chance of losing the data. Explicitly, you have to tell. Converting the data of one type to another type. Converting the data of one type to another type is called as typecasting. If it is happening implicitly, it is called as implicit typecasting. If we are telling explicitly and it is happening, it is explicit typecasting. One of the famous interview question in the interview, they would ask, what is implicit typecasting? What is explicit typecasting? Converting the data of smaller data type to the larger data type is called as implicit typecasting. Converting the data of larger data type to smaller data type is called as explicit typecasting. What is the problem associated with explicit typecasting? There is all the possible chance that we may lose the data. That is the problem associated with explicit typecasting. I hope I am completely clear. Any doubts with what is implicit typecasting, what is explicit typecasting, and what is typecasting? Finally, this implicit typecasting is also called as type promotion. I would write it to you. It is also called as type promotion. Why, sir? Why implicit typecasting is called as type promotion? Forget about implicit typecasting, type promotion. Let us concentrate on this one word, promotion. Say supposing you got placed tomorrow, tadastu, let it happen. After a few years, you have continued in the company. After 5 years, you are senior associate. From senior associate, you got promoted. I repeat, from senior associate, you got promoted to manager. What and all changes will happen, to you? I would tell you what and all changes would happen. From senior associate to manager, if you will get promoted, then until you are a senior associate, you will be sitting in a cubicle, small space, one small desk they would give. One laptop or one computer will have. That only is your space, small space. But when you become manager, when you got promoted as manager, one separate room would be given to you. One cabin would be given to you. You would go and sit there. Not only that, your salary, which was occupying 5-digit space in the bank, now will occupy 6-digit space in the bank server. Your salary got increased because you got promoted. Just because you got promoted, until then you are living in 2 BHK, salary increased, so you will go to 3 BHK house. Again, the space is increasing. The space where you live is increasing. Just because you got promoted, you are coming in two-wheeler. Again, you cannot come in the two-wheeler because you got promoted. Now you are manager. How can you come in two-wheeler? On the road till date, you are coming in two-wheeler. You will somehow get the car in the EMI, and in the four-wheeler you would come. Not only that, because you went to 3 BHK, because you have car, because you got promoted as manager, because your salary is increased, will your parents keep quiet? This is the right time. Get married. Like that they would tell. Now you have to listen to your parents. You would get married. Either girl or guy. You will get married. Now if a girl gets married, she will go to a bigger family. Or the family might come to her house. If guy marries one girl, the girl will get added to this family. Family members was 4. Now the family members will become 5. Or family members was 3. Now the family members will become 4. After that, again children, again family is increasing. All those things, if you will see, complete analogy, if you will see, before getting promoted, one small cubicle. After getting promoted, one cabin. Space increased. The place where you sit increased, space increased. 5-digit space was occupying in bank. 6-digit it started occupying, space increased. Two-wheeler, only small space on the road. Now 4-wheeler, big space on the road, space increased. 2 BHK house, 3 BHK house, space increased. 3 people family, 4 people family, space increased. Here also you see. What 10 sitting in 1 byte, space increased. 30 which is sitting in 4 bytes, space increased. Same 30 only. Same U only sitting in cubicle, same U only will sit in cabin. Same you only will be living with your mother and father. Same you only now will live with mother, father, and wife. Same you only will be coming to office on the road in two-wheeler. Same you only will come in four-wheeler. Same 10 only in 1 byte. Same 10 only in 2 bytes. Same 30 in 4 bytes. Same 30 in 8 bytes. Whenever implicit typecasting would happen, it is like type promotion is happening. Means space what it occupies is increasing. That is why implicit typecasting is called as type promotion. Sir, then what is this? Is it type demotion? From 2 BHK to 1 BHK, from 8 BHK villa to 4 BHK apartment. Is it something like that? That name they have not given, but yes, you can call it as type demotion only. Forcefully getting demoted. I hope I am completely clear about promotion. Below that. Continue. Below that, continue. Typecasting. It is the process of converting. It is the process of converting the data of one type. The data of one type the data of one type to another type. To another type. Full stop. Full stop. Full stop. Continue. Continue in the next line. There are two types of typecasting. There are two types of typecasting. There are two types of typecasting. First one. Implicit typecasting. Implicit typecasting. Second one. Explicit typecasting. Explicit typecasting. Explicit typecasting. Full stop. Continue in the next line. Continue in the next line. The process of converting the data converting the data process of converting the data from smaller data type to larger data type. Is called implicit typecasting. Is called implicit typecasting. Full stop. We will explain. Continue. It is also called as type promotion. It is also called as type promotion. It is also called as type promotion. Full stop. In the next line, the process of converting the data from smaller data type, from larger data type, to smaller data type. Is called explicit typecasting. Explicit typecasting. Explicit typecasting. Example. Before copying, carefully watch this. I hope everyone is seeing the screen. Confirm. Are you seeing Edit Plus, everyone? Can you please confirm? Okay, super. Now, say supposing I have byte A equals to 10, and I would tell short B. For some reason, I would tell whatever is there in A, give it to B. System.out.println A also I would tell. System.out.println B also I would tell. I would save it. I would compile it. Compilation, no issues. I will execute it, no issues. Probably I have double A equals to 3.147. I'm sorry. Int A equals to 30 I have. Then I have double B. Whatever is there in A, I am giving it to B. I am printing A and B. I will save it. I would compile it. No issues. I would execute it. It works. It becomes 30.0. That is what I told. Okay, sir. Next what? Just an assumption. If I will have start A and byte B. Start A equals to 30, byte B. Whatever is there in A, give it to B. Reverse I am trying to do. Short is larger data type. Byte is smaller data type. If I will convert, there only it shows the error. Look at it. Exactly there only it shows. How can you give a data of larger data type to a smaller data type? You may lose the data. Look at it, possibly lossy conversion, it is telling. That is what it is telling. Possibly lossy conversion, it seems. You may lose the data. Correct, sir. We may lose the data. What should we do? I have to convert. You can tell to the compiler, that's okay, it's my data. Convert it to byte and give. Like that you can tell. Now if I will compile, certainly no issues. If you are so arrogant to the compiler, that's okay. Compiler will not give a damn. It will execute 30-30. For example, here if you tell double and if you tell 30.147 and here if you type int and directly if you tell whatever is there in A, give it to B. That is not possible. Because a data of larger data type, you are giving it to smaller data type. Possibly lossy conversion, like that it is telling. But if you will tell that's okay, that is my data, convert it to int and give. If you will tell, certainly it would convert and give. I would compile. Now no issues. I would execute. Look, 30 you got in B. Where is 147? Lost. That is what it told. Possibly lossy conversion. You may lose the data. You have lost the data. I hope I am completely clear. Example, copy this as it is. Once done, please do tell me so that I can continue. But write very cleanly, very neatly, because all these are very, very important topics. You would get it, Karthik. Java, you would get it by this Saturday. Others also you would get it because aptitude and SQL started, that also you would get. Subodh Singh. It is uploaded in the Classroom app, Subodh Singh. Google Classroom app. Every day it is being uploaded. You have to visit Google Classroom and get the recordings from there. Applications we will see, Ankit. Means when we will use that, all those things we will see. Implicit also, there is a particular place only you have to use. I don't remember, Dheeraj. I guess, I don't know. Okay. 10 more seconds, I would continue. If you have not completed, complete it fast. Exactly 10 more seconds. Pankaj. Okay. We'll continue now. Now, most of you are asking, sir, why, sir, why F at the end of float? Not only at the end of float, why L at the end of long? Certainly, I would tell that. Before I tell it, one assignment, as I have told you. In the Classroom app also, I would create the assignment. 2 days, rather 3 days time I would give to do that assignment. There is something called as typecasting chart. I repeat, there is something called as typecasting chart. Take down research on typecasting chart. Research on typecasting chart. Research on typecasting chart. CHART. Typecasting chart. This is how you have to do the assignment. Carefully watch it. Assignment should be in this format only. As I have told you, one assignment, if you will not do also, the next 5 drives you would not get. You have to do the assignment. You know primitive data types. I have char, byte, short, int, long, float, double, boolean. These are primitive data types, correct? Simply I am asking you, yes or no, you have to tell, nothing else. Can I convert byte to short? Yes or no? Oh, okay. I can convert byte to short. You are only telling. Can I convert int to long? Yes or no? Can I convert int to short? Can I convert int to short? Yes, I can convert. But the only difference is from short to int it is implicit. From int to short it is what it is? From int to short it is explicit. That's it. No, this should be your assignment. First, you have to find the image of implicit. I'm sorry. First, you have to find the image of typecasting chart. You have to research. First image that comes in the Google only, don't paste it off. Which is more relevant, which is more accurate, that you have to copy paste. Copy paste the image of typecasting chart. What is that, sir? Typecasting chart. That if you will research, you will understand, sir. That is what is you have to do. That is what is your work. Okay, sir. Somehow I will research on typecasting chart. I would copy paste that chart. Next what? First one. Char to byte. Can you convert or not? Again, it's your research. Say supposing you can convert, just an assumption. You can convert. We can convert char to byte. Like that you have to write. Implicitly or explicitly, that also you have to write. Because if we're telling you can, either it can be implicitly or explicitly. Say supposing it is implicitly only. Just an assumption. Or say supposing it is explicitly. You have to write. We can convert char to byte explicitly. Now, what is the proof for that? That to prove you have to have two images. If you will ask me, sir, what are these two images? Image number one, typed program in Edit Plus. For this, you would have typed one program, no, in Edit Plus. Probably char ch byte a, char ch equals to x byte a. Whatever is there in ch, give it to a. System.out.println ch, system.out.println a. One example you would have typed, no, that typed program and execution image 2 would be execution. Take the screenshot, paste it. Take the screenshot, paste it. This is first one, char to byte. Second one, byte to short. Third one, short to int. Fourth one, int to long. Fifth one, long to float. Sixth one, float to double, double to boolean. Like that. Look at this. Char to byte, char to short, char to int, char to long, char to float, char to double, char to boolean. Then byte to short, byte to int, byte to long, byte to float, byte to double, byte to boolean. Next, from short, you have to start. Short to int, short to long, short to float, short to double, short to boolean. Come in this direction. Start from here. Come in this direction. Then go reverse also. Double to float, double to long, double to int, double to short, double to byte, double to char. Float to long, float to int, float to short, float to byte, float to char. Long to int, long to short, long to byte, long to char. All permutation and combination like this. You have to prepare a document and you have to send it. One sample document how to prepare, I would tell you now. Carefully watch it. Then we'll move ahead in the topic. Carefully see the assignment. Like this only I need. You cannot change the format. If format is changed, assignment would not be accepted. So carefully watch it. I'm sharing the screen. See here I am converting double to int explicitly. No, I have typed the program. What I have to do? Probably I will create a new Word document. I hope everyone is seeing the screen. Creating a new Word document. I would name the document as KOD XY 234 Prahlad Omkar. Why I am giving name like that only? Because that is your CodeNest ID followed by your name. Like that only the name should be. Of course, let me complete the topic. Here, image 1, typecasting chart. For example, 1 I would put it off here. This is again, don't put this only. You have to research properly. Simply typecasting chart. Research. Proper one you research. Say supposing this one I would take. This one I would take. I would save image on the desktop as typecasting chart. Done. Close the browser. Take that typecasting chart, Control C, copy it, paste it. Typecasting chart done. Again, if you research, you will get this doubt. What is narrowing? What is widening? All those things, all doubts you would get. Research, that is what is research. Then, first one, my assumption. First one is this. We can convert double to int explicitly. What is the proof? This is the proof. Look at it. I will go back to edit plus. This is the program that I typed converting double to int. I will take screenshot. Print screen you will have button. Print screen button you will have in the computer. Press it. Go to paint. You need not go to paint also. If you just print screen, type the print screen button, go to Word, you can paste it. It comes. Click on print screen button, paste it, it comes here. You have written the program, but compiling, executing also should be shown. So compiling, Control 1, no issues. Again, print screen, go back, paste it, compilation, no issues. Execution, Control 2, again print screen, go back, paste it, done. Next, second one, we can convert probably byte to start implicitly. I'm just randomly taking. You have to take in order. If you start with byte, for example, if you start with byte to short, byte to int, byte to long, byte to float, byte to double. Next, short to int, short to byte, long, short to float, short to double. Like that, in order you have to do in both the direction. Like this one flow, like this one flow. Byte to short can be converted implicitly, but short to byte. So reverse direction also you have to do. Like this, fully you prepare the document, fully document you prepare with all the points, full document you prepare. Then file, save as, probably on your desktop. Same, your CodeNest ID, your full name, save as PDF. Look at it, save as PDF. Who is the author? You are the author. Your name should be there. If your name is not there in the authors, I would not consider. Prahlad Omkar. Your name should be there. Click on save. It should be in PDF form. Now, this PDF form, whatever you have here, this PDF, whatever you have here, this you have to upload in Classroom app. In the Classroom, I would have actually posted one assignment. This assignment you have to do like that, I would have posted. There, this you have to upload by telling this is the assignment submitted. I just will see this PDF, will save this PDF for the future reference. Whether you have done the assignment properly or not also, I would comment. Is it clear? Any doubts in the assignment? That's okay if you use Eclipse. I need you to research. That's it. Research and come up with the solution. Any doubts in the assignment? Anyone? Yes, we can use Eclipse also. If you want, you can use Eclipse. Tell me once again how to give author name. File, save as, on the desktop with some name, PDF. Here you have author. Look here, author. Here you have to give your name. Is it clear? Sushmita, I'm showing you in live. Why are you asking to give me the video? Simple one. Try it, Sushmita. If you have any doubts, reach out to kushal@coordinates.com, ayush@coordinates.com. I would type all the mails. Anyone would help you, or reach me out directly me on the Slack. If you have any doubts in submitting, directly ask me on the Slack. I would reply. Submission date, again, I would tell it in the when I create assignment, I would tell it. Yes, you have to create in Google Classroom. I will create an assignment, only there you can submit. Yes, Sharadi, but how will you send the PDF? Okay, fine. We'll continue. One last topic, important topic. Carefully watch this now. Why do we need F at the end of the real number literal to store in float? Why do we need L at the end of the long literal to store in the long data type? That is what we'll be studying now. Take the heading as reason behind the suffix F reason behind the suffix F for float and suffix L for long. Carefully watch this now. Reason is very, very simple. You actually know it now. If you ask me, sir, what is the reason? Say supposing I have one real number literal. Again, I'm repeating, I have one real number literal, 3.147. It's a real number literal. Any real number literal in Java, again I repeat, any real number literal in Java by default would be treated as double by Java compiler. I repeat, any real number literal would be treated as double by Java compiler. Now what are you doing? You will tell 3.147, take it, and give it to A, which is of type float. Did you see the way I have written and the way I have read it? 3.147, take it and give it to A, which is of type float. That is how I have read it. Not only me, that is how compiler will read it. Compiler, whenever it sees equal to operator, it will go to right. Right side job it will see, associated left side job it will do. So 3.147, give it to A, which is of type float. That is how your compiler would read. Just imagine I am the compiler. I will read 3.147. What is 3.147 to me? Double. Oh, double means, see, 3.147 is double. What I will do? I will prepare 3.147 such that I will prepare 3.147 such that it goes and sits in 8 bytes. I will prepare off 3.147. I will prepare off. Means I will convert 3.147 to binary in IEEE double precision format and keep it ready. That converted IEEE double precision format, which is occupying 64 bits or 8 bytes, I am telling to store it in A, which is of type float. Array. 3.147 IEEE double precision format data. Now immediately you are telling to store in 4 bytes by giving the name as A. What would happen? 3.147, which is prepared in IEEE double precision format such that it occupies 64 bytes, 64 bits now, should get converted to IEEE single precision format and it should go and sit in 4 bytes. This is your compiler's game. Compiler will see this. He will convert off 3.147 to IEEE double precision format, 64 bits. And again he will see this side, A float. Oh. What would happen now? It has to again convert. And you are converting 3.147, which is of type double to float, means a data of larger data type to a smaller data type. Possibly lossy conversion. Explicit typecasting is needed. Am I not correct? Because that is how your compiler is designed. Your compiler, as soon as it sees any real number, it will treat it as double. That is a problem with the compiler. So double convert to float and store it in A, like that it is becoming. So what do? We have two options. The first option, 3.147, take it, convert it to float, store it in A, which is of type float. This is one option. If at all James Gosling and team has given only this option, a person like me, especially any software engineer like me who is a lazy fellow, would have never stored any real number in float. Because writing 3.147, give it to A, which is of type float only, is difficult to us. Twice writing float, it seems, whenever I want to store it in float. Don't you think so? It's a hectic job. So James Gosling and team told only for float, again. If you want to convert the real number to float, you can use F, means 3.147 F you tell off, give it to A, which is of type float. Like this you write. I will design the compiler such that whenever it sees 3.147 F or whenever it sees a real number with F suffix, compiler will understand, oh, this is a real number, but I should not treat it as double, I should treat it float. Means I have to convert it to single precision format. Store it in A, which is of type float. Either this you can do or this you can do. When option like this is given, why a person like me will do this? Person like me will do this only. This is the reason you have F at the end of every real number literal to store it in float. Because by default, every real number is treated as double in Java. This is the first one. Oh, okay, sir, fine. Because every real number literally is treated as double. If you want to store it in float, F we are adding. Why L at the long? Same reason. Actually, same reason. Watch it. 32,768 I have. It's an assumption. Or let me take a bigger number. I have one number, big number I have. 9, 2, 2, 3, 4, 2, 5, 6, 9, 6, 3, 9, 4, 8, 5, 3. Huge, big number I have. A number, a whole number which is not a real number is an integer, correct? That is what your compiler also will think. Any whole number or a natural number for your compiler is an integer. Int. Now what are you doing? Like this one big number you will take off. 9, 2, 2, 3, 4, 2, 5, 6, 3, 9, 4, 8, 5, 3. Like this one big number you will take off. You will store it in L, which is of type long. Correct, no, sir. Big number should be stored in long only, no, sir. Correct only, no. Big number should be stored in long only. Because byte is minus 128 to plus 127. Short is minus 32,768 to plus 32,767. The integer is 2147483648 to 2147483647. Anything greater than that, I should store it in long only. Correct. But again, your compiler, as soon as it sees a equal to operator, right to left associative. First, right to side work. It will see this number it will see. It's a whole number, means it will treat it as an integer. As soon as it treats this as an integer, it will see it, or it will try to convert this to base 2 format. And it will try to fit this number in 4 bytes. Or your compiler will try to allocate 4 bytes of memory to this because it is an integer to it. As soon as it sees this integer, immediately it will tell you, integer maximum range is 2147483647. What is this you are giving? Like that, your compiler will give you an error. That error only it will give. I will show it to you. That error only it will give. Maximum is 2147483647. You are giving this number. Why? You are surpassing bigger number you have given, like that it will tell off. Why, sir, it is telling like that? Why? Because your compiler is seeing this as int. That is why your compiler is designed. Oh, sir, if I want to make compiler to see this as long, not int, then you have to tell L. 9, 2, 2, 3, 4, 2, 5, 6, 3, 9, 4, 8, 5, 3. Compiler is not integer. Compiler, it is a long number. Capital L or small l, it is up to you. You store it in P, which is of type long. If you tell, it will see this number L. Oh, it is not int, it is long. So it is a big number, that's okay. Like that, your compiler will think and it will not give any error. I hope I am completely clear about why you should have float, F for float and L to long. Any real number is treated as double by the Java compiler. Any whole number is treated as int. And just because it sees whole number, it will tell it's a big number. How can you give it to an integer? Like that, it will tell off. No, again you might tell, sir, where I am giving to integer, I am giving to long. No. This side it will not see, no. First, this side only it will see, no. What it will think? It is an integer number. Means number should be 2147483647 maximum. You are giving a big number, not possible. Like that, it will tell off. Because your compiler treats any whole number as integer, you have to add L at last to store it in long. I hope I am completely clear. Carefully watch it. One more point is there. Don't come to conclusion. First, watch this. I would share the screen. Yeah. Look at this now. Float A equal to 3.147. F I would not tell. system dot out dot println. I would tell A. I would save it. I would compile. Look at the error, read the error. This is why I always tell to use Eclipse. I'm sorry, Edit Plus at the beginning. This error your Eclipse would not give. Look at the error. Possibly lossy conversion from double to float. Where are you converting from double to float? Are you converting somewhere? Have you ever told 3.147 is double? No, you did not tell. But why this error only? Possibly lossy conversion from double to float. Because your compiler is treating this as double. Any real number is double, so that is double. Double to float you are converting. Like that it is telling. You should tell, no, this is not double. This is float. Like that you can tell. No issues. It will work. Who will write such a big statement? Which software engineer will write such a big statement always? This is better. I would compile. No issues. I would execute. It works. This is a good one. Same thing would happen with respect to integer also. I'm sorry, long also. Long L equals to, like this I would tell off. No L at the end. I will compile. Look at it. What is the error telling? How beautifully the error message is there, you see. Integer number too large it seems. Are who told that is integer number? It is long number, no. Who told it is integer number? It is long. But even then, your compiler is treating this. Look at the arrow mark. This as integer. Int it is treating. If you will tell L at the end and compile, well, and compile. Now no issues. If you will execute, it works. I hope I am completely clear about why to add F and why to add L at the end of the real number and the integer literal to store it in long. One small doubt I would ask, you have to tell me what will be the output for this. Doubt it is. I have a doubt. Everyone be ready in your chat. If say supposing, if I would tell this long M equals to 32,000 and I would stop there. Will the compiler give any error or not? Yes or no? Very good. Most of you are telling no, some of you are telling yes. Why some of you are telling yes, I would tell you. Sir, you only told no, sir. If you want to store a number in the long, you have to tell L. You only told no. I only told. But what is the reason behind it? It is treating this as integer. For integer, this is very big number, correct? So see this 32,000. 32,000, let it treat as integer. For integer, this is not a big number. Correct, sir, but you are storing it in long. Okay. Can int be converted implicitly to long and store? Put yourself to that situation, typecasting situation. Can integer 4 bytes implicitly converted to long and store? Yes, that is what would happen here. No error would come. Ultimately, if I will want to tell very precisely, 214748367. This also you can store it in n, which is of type long. No issues you would get because this is the last number in an integer. Your compiler will see this. Oh, it is an integer. Integer will fit that range. Implicitly convert to long and store off. No error it will give. But say supposing you tell 214748368 and tell it to store it in R, which is of type long. Then your compiler will tell, no, it is an error, integer number is too long, like that it would tell. Because it is seeing this as integer. You have to tell, don't see it as integer, see it as long. Then error goes. I hope I am completely clear as to when you have to give L at the end of long. Better to be in a safer side. If you don't know which is the range and all, simply add of L at the end of the number if you want to store it in long. That is what every software engineer does. But even then, you need not add L for any number less than the 2147483647. It works. But again, one conversion extra will happen. No, if say for this one, 2147483647, it will see as int. Then it will think, oh, long. Int convert to long and store. Don't you think so that conversion is extra? Okay, 1 microsecond only it is taking. That is also extra. Just to avoid that, add of L, it is good. But if you don't add also, it is okay. It is okay if you don't add also. Prove, sir. This too you prove, sir. Let me see. What is there to prove if the concept is right? I would prove it and show. Carefully watch it. I would share the screen. Look at this. Long L equals to 32,000, I would tell. I would save it. I would compile it. Where error? What error? I would execute it. 32,000 would come. Probably here I would tell 2147483647. I would compile it. No issues. Where error? What error? I would execute it. It works. But one number, 48, I would tell. I would compile it. Integer number too large. This is the proof that I can give you that any whole number, your compiler will see it as int. I hope I am completely clear. Anyway, copy this as it is. Before copying, below that, continue. By default, any real number literal, by default, any real number literal by default, any real number literal would be treated as double. Any real number literal would be treated as double, and any integer literal would be treated as int. 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 Hence, a suffix f has to be added. Hence, a suffix f has to be added. Hence, a suffix f has to be added, and the suffix l has to be added. 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 For storing the numbers, for storing the numbers, for storing the numbers in long, in float and long, for storing the numbers in float and long respectively. For storing the numbers in float and long respectively. Example. This as it is. For today, we'll be stopping it here. We'll meet you in tomorrow's session. Until tomorrow's session, please do take care of yourselves. I will post the assignment, do the assignment. Assignment probably time, very much time I would give, because so many permutations and combinations you will have. Sufficient time I would give. Attend all the sessions, don't miss any session. Please attend all the session. Tomorrow at 3 o'clock, until then, please do take care of yourselves. Please do take care of your families. Happy learning and goodbye. Doubts, if you have, keep it with you. Tomorrow I would be addressing it. Tomorrow I would address the doubt. Thank you.